Welcome to video number two. And in this section, we are going to talk about where do you begin as a freelancer, right? And what services can you offer to people? The number one question that a lot of aspiring freelancers are asking is this: I don't have any skills that people are willing to pay for. They are stuck with that question in their minds. How many of you can relate to that? Like, I have no idea what am I gonna sell, or I don't have any idea what kind of services I'm going to offer. And on this section, we will answer that question. Okay, so it's actually not true. Let me just go ahead and debunk that idea right now. We are going to do some exercise and we will check the inventory of your skills and your experiences in the past and in the future for us to know, is there anything there in your skills, in your past training, you as an individual, what can you offer? Okay, so that's where we are going to start. So, number one thing that I would like to ask you, by the way, please go ahead and get a pen and paper ready as we go through this exercise. So, mabilis lang to. And I'm going to ask you to really write down and be honest with yourself. What are the things that you remember, probably, in your memory? We are going to juggle some of your memories right now and check what are the skills that you do acquire as of this moment that you can offer to potential clients. So number one is your learned skills. What do we mean by that? What did you learn or study in your school? That could be your course, your diploma, ganyan. So you have to pause and think for a moment. So I want you to write down what are the things that you actually learned, something that you were taught to do. So what did you learn probably in college that you could actually get paid for? Okay, so that's number one. Number two is your current job description. Are you currently working? So what is your job right now? What is your job status? Or probably in the past, ano yung mga related jobs that you had in the past? Definitely, there is something there. There's a skill that you had. That's the reason why these companies hired you. And eventually, you learned something as you grow and as you go along the way. So, what are the skills that you have learned in your past companies? Go ahead and write that down. For example, let's take Susan. She is a BPO agent or call center agent. Or Eric, he is a Java or an HTML programmer. Or si Anne, she is a clerk in a hospital. She's filing papers and documents. So somewhere along these lines or their job descriptions, there are skills in each of these current jobs that they have. While they are currently in a traditional setting, they have acquired skills over time that they can use in freelancing. Remember that in the first video we had, I gave you some of the gigs that you could possibly do as a freelancer. One of any of those categories that fall into those gigs, there are skills that you have acquired along the way. So, what are those? Number three, your seminars, the trainings that you have attended. That could be an online, virtual, via Zoom, something that you have paid. Did you have any academies that you have paid before of university? O kaya Udemy, yung mga ganyan. So, online and offline trainings that you took in the past. What are those? List them. Okay? Is it a paid course? Is it a YouTube video that you have? Probably a free training that you had somewhere, a company paid training. So list down as many as you can possibly remember, because all those trainings that you had are relevant to a certain skill that you already acquire at the moment. Next, a knowledge or skill that you acquired or learned that you have a very strong foundation at. Remember that you don't have to be an expert, okay? We are all beginners. We are starting from somewhere at some point. Any classes that you have taken that you feel you have a strong knowledge and foundation in, If you have anything like that, write that down. Number five, what is that thing that you were very interested that you went to YouTube or to Google to study about it? So for example, how to edit videos, yung mga how-tos. What are the things that you type in Google or YouTube searching for something that you actually learned, like how to edit videos, how to do photography, how to write an ebook, how to start your own vlogs, how to create a YouTube account, yung mga ganyan, how to start selling in Amazon or SEO. What are the things that you learned from the free tool that we all have access to, which are Google and YouTube? What are those? Did you learn something? Did you get any skills from it? Write that down. Number six, what are your hobbies? Sorry, what are your hobbies and your passion? What do people say you are good at? So if you ask somebody, um, ano yung common feedback na nare-receive mo from them? For example, oh, you're so good at troubleshooting computer problems, or you're so good with photography, ganyan. You're good with video editing. Yung nagbibigay sila ng compliment on the things that you excel naturally. Okay, like you're a good listener, or you write good essays, you're so adept with the English language, yung mga ganyan. You're very good at drawing. Yeah. So what are the things that people say about you that you get complimented at? Now, remember that all these are just starting point. It's not set in stone na ito yung papasukin natin in your freelancing career. We just want to get a ballpoint, like this is what I know at the moment. Okay? We are opening doors of possibilities for you. And as you grow in your career in freelancing, you will definitely develop more skills along the way to make your confidence rock solid. In my case, for example, I'd just like to share it with you. So I'm a graduate of journalism. So I do have a degree in journalism. I do know how to write essays and all that and news. And then I became an English teacher. It's IELTS, International English Language, something like that. I forgot the name of IELTS na. Learning International English Language Testing System. That's IELTS, right? So those people who would go to Canada, nurses, ganyan, who would be applying for job abroad, they will be requiring this English test, TOEFL, mga ganyan. So I've become an English teacher for professionals, actually from preschool to professionals. I had that for 2 years. So magaling ako sa pag-proofread, mga ganyan. And then eventually I became a call center agent in BPO for 2 to 3 years. So those are the learned skills that I had before going to freelancing. Now, since I know English, since I can speak well and I can write well, and then I can communicate on the phone and via written English, that's where I started, and I found gigs on Upwork, Odesk back then, about taking calls. So we're going to talk about that in the future. So I started making calls online, ganyan. So the skills that I already acquired in the past are my stepping stone para makapasok ako and find clients. So do you know where I'm getting at? All these are related. Whatever your skills that you have right now are not given to you by just random accident. The reason why you have that, and the reason why you studied that, and the reason why you are passionate about that is there is a very specific reason. And probably that's going to be your stepping stone to your own freelancing career. Okay, so I want you to write all those information down. Were you able to list down some cool stuff right now? Some memories are being juggled at the moment, like, I know that, I attended that, or I did this, right? So these are doors and hopefully memories that you can begin your freelancing career. Okay, so remember, you don't need to be an expert at everything. Okay, a lot of people are very fearful about freelancing because they thought they had to be something good at, like, I really have to be an expert on this. No, that's not correct. Okay, we will build skills, we will build confidence along the way. You don't have to be an expert at anything. You don't also need to be certified this or like with a PhD or something, right? Or have a diploma or a degree to start charging for your own clients. Just to break that ice, the clients are not looking for any diploma. They're not looking for college graduates. Gone are the days that we are passing all those transcripts like, hey, I got uno or flat one in this course. Hindi ganon sa freelancing. What we have in this industry, it boils down to the client has a problem, you have the solution. You can offer something to the table. What is that? So freelancing is all about skills. This is a skill economy. Remember, I said that you're not an employee, so you don't have a job. You have a very specific skill that you acquire somewhere along the way, or you will develop eventually, that you will be charging a lot of money to many clients. Okay, so that's the end of video 2. I hope you learned something. A lot of freelancers are stuck because of the fear that they are not good enough. So don't let that stop you. Okay? As we progress in this training, you will find more you will be more confident, and you will find more confidence, and you will discover new skills and enhance the gift that you already have. So keep on moving forward. I'm rooting for you, and I will see you on the next video.